Relaxed?
Yeah,
Feeling fine?
yeah, I'm all good. Okay, I got this is a very deep question. Yes, I got it. Yeah. Should have asked this to my client. So you're rolling already?
Yeah.
Okay, acha. When I was doing my research, I realized that in the 17th century, in the 18th century, there were beautiful handwork done in this part of the Bengal. And I think that was lost over time in this. So I think a big part of my work is to revive the old embroidery techniques, the old artworks, different materials, different fabrics that were used. While growing up, we did have a few Bangladeshi designers, like boutique houses where we would buy clothes from. But then again, we always had more preference for Indian and Pakistani designers, given their wide range of options. Their fashion industry has a very, very rich history, and I think they're very art-based. Compared to Indian and Pakistani fashion industry, Bangladesh was quite slow. And I would say in the last 6 to 7 years, there has been immense growth. So now a lot of new young designers are coming up. And, people are now getting the confidence in our industry so that, more and more people are actually willing to buy local stuff, and they are actually giving us a chance to prove ourselves. There is never a good artisan or a bad artisan. It's either a skilled artisan or a less skilled artisan. I wanted to enhance their skills, something that no one has actually put a focus on, like how we can enhance the skills of our Deshi artisans. I told them, you do have all the materials and everything that you need, but so why don't you just try doing something different that you have been doing all these time. Basically, I showed them a lot of videos, I showed them a lot of pictures, and then like I said, my research includes a lot of 1700 and 1800 century work in the subcontinent. So a lot of I would say a lot of trial and errors, and then that is how they started doing new techniques. When I first started working with my artisans, I think there were times that they were really frustrated. Like if I would ask them questions like, what do you want your son to be or daughter to be? One of my karigars told me that, even if my son wants to drive a rickshaw, that's fine, but I don't want him to come in this industry because they feel that they've been always underpaid. They've never been valued for their work. They've never got their respect. People who are artisans, they're basically artists, so they're very creative people, and they like nice things, and they like creating, probably when the frame is there in front of them, it's like, they're just creating art. So when you take an artist and you put him in a different job or a different occupation, at the end of the day, it doesn't fulfill their soul. Of course, they love it, they have a passion for it, and they're creative people, and that's why they're so good at their work.
কাজটা আসলে আমার কাছে খুবই ভালো লাগতো। এক সময় সবাই বসে কাজ করতে দেখতেও সুন্দর লাগতো। কাজটা শেখার অনেকটা ইচ্ছে ছিল, যে কাজটা দেখে অনেক সুন্দর লাগতো। এই বিষয় নিয়ে কাজের প্রতি একটা আগ্রহ লাগলো আর কি। তো আগ্রহের ক্ষেত্রে আমাদের যেখানে থাকতাম, যেখানে আমরা বসবাস করি, সেই জায়গায় অনেকটা কারখানা ছিল, সেখানে দেখে সুন্দর লাগতো। তো কাজে এইভাবেই আর কি কাজে আসা হলো আর কি।
Because I'm not very good at drawing illustrations. Whatever my inspirations are, I would print them out. My stencil makers, they do have tabs as well, so we're always kind of sharing pictures, inspirations. And then finally, suppose I have to design a particular dress, and it has a certain type of inspiration behind it. So we just sit down, based on our conversations, based on our brainstorming and the pictures, they start drawing a certain stencil. And then it's always a trial and error process. So he does his first sketch, then I would change a few things, I would add a few things in the sketch, and then I think a final stencil is made always after 2-3 drafts, because we've been working for such a long time. So now they understand my design process, and they understand my ideations and everything. So that's how it works. It's always a collaboration between me and the stencil makers. Yeah.
ডিজাইনের ভালো মন্দ বলতে কি, এটা একটা ডিজাইন আছে, আমি আর্ট করলাম, দেখতে খুব সুন্দর লাগে, ঠিক আছে, কাজের ক্ষেত্রে কিন্তু সুন্দর না। সেটা কিছু ডিজাইন আছে দেখতে আপনার যে ভালো লাগে না, কিন্তু সেটা আপনি কাজে দিবেন সেরকম হবে। তো আমরা ম্যাক্সিমাম চিন্তা করি যে এটা কাজে যাবে, কি কাজ হবে, এই কাজটা হবে, কোন কাজটা কোন কারিগর করবে তার উপরে ডিপেন্ড করে, ঠিক আছে, কাজের উপরে ডিপেন্ড করে আমরা ডিজাইন সাজাই। আমরা ডিজাইন সুন্দর তো অবশ্যই দেখি, কিন্তু অনেক সময় আছে যে আপনি দেখবেন যে ডিজাইনটা না ভালো লাগে না, কিন্তু ওটার মধ্যে ওয়ার্ক যে অ্যাড হবে, ওয়ার্ক অ্যাড হওয়ার পর যে এটার মূল রূপটা যে আসবে, সুন্দর রূপটা, সেই চিন্তা করে আমরা ডিজাইন করি, ঠিক আছে। তো সুন্দর দেখি না, আমরা কাজের চিন্তাটা দেখি। একটা ডিজাইন সুন্দর আছে না, সুন্দর, এটা খুব ভালো লাগবে না, অ্যাকচুয়াল কাজে গেলে সেটা ভালো লাগবে না, যেটা খারাপ দেখতে লাগে সেটাই ভালো লাগবে।
When I first started working, I wanted to source all the fabrics and everything locally. If I talk about muslin and if I talk about silk, Rajshahi silk, I try to source it locally from Rajshahi, the handmade cottons, because Bangladesh has always been very famous for cottons. I'm always experimenting with Bangladeshi fabric. Let me give you an example. Like we use Shirajganj cotton. So in the local market, you'll find 60 counts cotton, you'll find 80 counts cotton, but so I get my 100 count cotton specially weaved by the weavers in Shirajganj, and that is absolutely beautiful. So previously I would buy malmal from India, but now I'm actually more focusing on the Shirajganj cotton, because I think it has a beautiful texture, and I think it's my clients love it, because when I first introduced it, people were a bit skeptical, thinking, you know, this cotton is made in Bangladesh and it's hand woven in Bangladesh, and would it be, you know, if the final outcome of the dress, would it look as good as the other cottons? But then it turned out beautiful. You know, when you work with fabric that you source from your own country, you have a different kind of attachment to it. Badla is a specific type of metal strand that you use in different techniques on fabrics, and accordingly the name of the work technique changes on how you use it on fabric. You know, if you look into the 17 and 1800th century work in this part of the Bengal, so Badla work was very prominent on then muslin fabric. So I decided, why not, with our artisans, why not start Badla work again? An artisan can be really good at his work, and he can have amazing skills, but Badla skills are on a different level. It takes about 7 to 8 months for an artisan to actually perfect the work of Badla. You know, when I talk about my artisans, they're definitely very skilled, but I think Badla skill is something that makes them stand out from the other artisans working in our country. There should be more Badla artisans all over Bangladesh, so that, you know, Badla comes back and people start appreciating Badla work more, since we already had it, this part of the Bengal, long back. So my point is, why not revive that, and why not teach more artisans to do Badla work? And I'm sure then, you know, we'll have a big Badla artisan community like India and Pakistan and Bangladesh.
বাদলাটা হলো কি, একটা বাদলা আসলে কঠিন, বেসিক্যালি অনেক কারিগর, মানে আমাদের হাতের কারিগর অনেকে জানে না, অনেকে বাদলা নাম অনেকে এখনও চিনে না। বাদলার কাজটা কঠিন হলো কি, বাদলা হলো একটা ব্যালেন্সের উপরে মারাটা, বাদলাটা একটু ব্যালেন্সের উপরে করাটা, আর একটু মানে আপনার মাপ চোখটা একটু চোখের আন্দাজে যেটা বুঝতে হয়, সেটা অনেকে মানে সহজভাবে নিতে পারে না। আর বাদলা কাজটা আসলে অনেকটা সুন্দর কাজ, সব জায়গায় হয় না, যেমন ইন্ডিয়া পাকিস্তান আমাদের হয়, কিন্তু বাংলাদেশে হয়, এখন হচ্ছে, আগেটা হতো না। এটা শিখতে আসলে কি, যে নিজের উপরে অনেক কিছুই ডিপেন্ড করে। এই কাজটা শিখতে মানুষ যদি শিখতে পারে, তো 1 বছর 2 বছর ভিতরে মানে এটা ফিনিশিংয়ের মধ্যে চলে আসবে, মারতে পারবে সবাই, কিন্তু জিনিসটা মানে ফেসটা দিতে পারবে না অনেকে। কাজ করা যায়, কিন্তু ফেসটা দেওয়াটাই খুব ব্যাপার স্যাপার, একটা মেকআপ করে সুন্দর করাটা।
My clothes are timeless, and I always tell my consumers that, you know, you should not wear a dress just once, but you should take it out after 5-6 years and wear it again and repeat these clothes again and again, because, you know, every dress we make, it has a story behind it. It's not just a beautiful piece of clothing that's going to make you look nice. When a bride comes to me and tells me that this is her mom's wedding sari and she wants to rewear it, I think that is absolutely beautiful. These heirloom pieces are like passed on from grandmothers to their mothers. I think there's so much emotional value attached to every piece of heirloom clothing. I think it's the same way. I have clients who tell me that they, you know, whatever they're buying from me, they want to keep it, preserve it, so that, you know, when their daughters grow up, you know, they can also rewear it. And I think that's a beautiful thing. That's how you value your clothes. So this sari, this is actually 34 years old, and a very special client of mine. It's her mom's sari, and she wanted to wear this for her wedding. You know, I didn't want to do any work on the sari because it's a very old sari if you look at it, and it's a pure Sacha Banarasi with Sacha zari. So Banarasis are basically all hand woven, and even after 34 years, you can see the shine of the zari. So this is pure Sacha zari. First, we send the sari for a polish because, you know, it was kept in the wardrobe for the longest time. So this is a pure Kadwa weave. It's called a Kadwa weave because, you know, the patterns are similar at the back, and you can see how beautifully it has been hand woven. So we matched a muslin dupatta with it in the same color of the sari. So this is all badla work. We have badla going on, we have kattana beads, and then we have stones and a bit of pearls going on as well. And this is the blouse that we have matched with the sari. So again, it has badla work, it has kattana work, and you can see the motifs. So you know, we've taken motifs from the sari and then we have kind of matched it so that, you know, the designs are coherent. And then we also did a potli bag for her to match the whole look. So these days a lot of brides are coming in with their mothers or their mother-in-law saris that they wore to their weddings, and you know, they're, I think you know, wearing your mom's sari, it has so much sentimental value to it, and these are more like pieces that you pass on to your next generation. So Bushra was saying that, you know, since childhood, this was her dream, that she wanted to wear her mom's wedding sari on her nikah. So I think, you know, I like my clients to be actively involved in my design process. When they come to my studio, I always tell them that, you know, they should ask me questions. Like, you know, before you make a purchase, you should ask me everything you want to know about that particular dress. You know, you should ask me about the fabric, you should ask me about the work technique, and that's something that I've been actively encouraging. A lot of my clients now know how much hard work goes behind making each dress, and I think now that I share so much information with them and I show them so much behind the scenes, with time they are now understanding and they're valuing it more. Now when I say, oh, you know, do not wear a dress only once but repeat it, now, you know, when they look at the dress, they know how much time has been spent making this dress. I think people have now started appreciating local designers, and I think people have put a bit of trust in us. All I dream is to make a change in people's perception about local designers. They should be proudly saying that, you know, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, you know, we all stand in the same league. I do have a lot of dreams, and I hope, you know, I can make a significant difference in my lifetime, so that, you know, future generation designers can, you know, look up to me and say that, you know, I did make a difference. Yeah. Arkicho?
You're supposed to keep speaking. No, that's
Oh,
great.
yeah.